Hey now, and welcome down to KC Toy Reviews. We are here today with Jackson on the left and Johnson on the right from the new Bitten Series by Asmus Collectibles. And dare I say, these are now probably one of the best 1/6 scale zombies on the market, which coincidentally pairs perfectly with my Resident Evil 1/6 scale collection. And of course the question at the end of this video is, do we recommend picking this piece up? And we'll find that out as we fine comb some of those details and dive right the hell goddamn in. Alright, so here we are again with Johnson to the left and Jackson to the right. I think I swapped them up a little bit since the beginning, but I think it's a great time to immediately say that both of these guys are basically a carbon copy of one another. Right down to the rips and scratches in the coats, they are very similar to one another. However, there are differences. The first being the shirt here is a little bit different underneath Jackson than Johnson. As you see, Johnson has basically both of the tones of the undershirt and the coat are the same green look. Over here on Jackson, we have this blue striped shirt underneath and then a blue coat on top. And then the other difference here would be the hair. I'm going to put my hand behind it because I think the white is drowning out some of his Doc Brown Back to the Future looking hair. But Johnson does have some hair. Jackson, oh, looks like he lost his hair and he's basically bald. There is some rooted hair on the side here. And of course, without sounding like a racist, it does kind of boil down to skin tone. I mean, Johnson to the right has this more palish looking zombie look. So Johnson to the left has that more pale skin color, as to Jackson has a darker tone to him. Now, with that being said, both of them have a stellar paint application. The blood, the teeth, there's actually a slight glisten around the teeth, the blood and the skin rips, and kind of that deteriorated leather look to the skin is spot on in my opinion. And as I mentioned earlier, it's truly been a long time since somebody's done a proper 1/6 scale zombie. And on the market right now, as far as affordability goes, I mean, these are probably the best version of a 1/6 scale zombie that you can get your hands on. There is this weird looking zombie cop that I see on eBay and it was released a few months ago, which doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't even compare in quality with Jackson and Johnson in front of us. Now, as far as accessories go, they're basically just swap out limbs and stuff. So let's start with the jaw. The jaw that you see here is quote unquote the open mouth one. And to take this out, I'm going to do the whole thing on camera, but you just give it a little bit of force there. Come on. Oh my God, almost dropped the whole thing. So with a little bit of force, you wiggle that little bottom chin out there. And then you take the next one and you just jam it in there like that. That's what she said. And there you have it. Now you have the closed jaw zombie versus the open mouth one. Again, accessory number one. And the second, dare I say, accessory would be this arm here. So you can actually just take this and pull it right off. And then you have this exposed bloody zombie limb, which is pretty awesome. And that one just slides on and off like that, which is super easy system there. Yeah, jam that zombie arm up your ass. And this amazing detailed briefcase. If we open its side, a little stiff opening it up, but if we do open it up, you can actually put some documents in there. So it came with these stained documents. You can actually put them right inside this briefcase here. Just like a so. Boop. Put that back, come around downtown. You got a briefcase with some bloody documents. What's better than a bloody document briefcase? Nothing. All the documents that I have in my life, I always toss blood on them, so now I got a miniature version of that. And then the last accessory here would be to actually take off the right foot on him, and then you plug this one in. There's a little ball joint actually on the bottom here. I don't know if we can see it. I don't think we can. It looks too dark. But anyway, there's a little ball joint at the bottom there. You plug that right to the bottom of the foot, and then you have this broken ankle zombie that essentially is a foot that's on its side the whole time. Again, fantastic detail. Right down to like the blisters and stuff at the bottom. Look at that. At one side we have like this dark bloody patch, and then we have the skin kind of separating apart there. Just absolutely incredible detail on this accessory. Now, one thing that Asmus is known for, in my opinion, is their tailoring. Their tailoring is absolutely incredible and spot on. The tailoring on the coat is absolutely stellar. The hemlines, everything are really, really amazing. What I was actually blown away by is just, if you can really tell, there is a ton of coloration throughout the back here. The attention to detail is insane. So as you see where we have the marks and kind of the splits, it's darker, almost as if there was blood or something in these areas. So we have darker patches here, and overall discoloration with the back. I see some hints of blue, green, red, brown. I mean, the weathering detail on this jacket is amazing. Then the nice part is if you get it dusty or if you rip a little bit more, it just adds to the overall realism to the figure. Another cool little accessory, we can actually take this brain here. Awesome detail on the brain. Even between the little lines here, there's these dark shading. I really, really love the paint application on the brain alone. But if we want, we can pop that right in the back of his head. And you have this removable, disgusting accessory that just truly adds a little bit more to your posability options and what you want to do with this thing. I mean, he can be holding his brains, holding the other guy's brains. You can do whatever the hell you want. And we'll get into it later, but paired with fantastic articulation, there is an endless amount of posability options with this guy. And getting it back out is super easy. You can just kind of dump it right on your hand there, and boom. I guess you can say he's the brains of the operation. That was a terrible joke. Kind of diving a little bit deeper into this disgusting guts hanging out of his stomach chest. I mean, insane detail, insane paint application. I just really think they've done a stellar job with the way they've pulled this together and just the way the coat kind of hovers and hangs over top of it. The contrast, the way it looks, the shelf presence is absolutely top notch. And the same flow as far as tailoring, the way the shoes look, everything is amazing. I'm not going to go too far into the way the legs look. They look like pants, nothing to complain about. As you can see, there's this nice paint application. A crease has actually been sculpted into it, so it kind of shows you where the bend of the tip goes. And then while we're on it, we might as well note here that we do have this nice branded stand. So as you can see, dead in the center, it says Bitten. It's a crotch grabber stand. The fact that they include it is always a thumbs up, so nothing to complain about there. And overall, I really do like the stands that are included with these guys. And then let's just quickly show some articulation up in here. We have double jointed knees, as I mentioned. You can do whatever the hell you want with these legs down here. So fantastic range of motion. And then as far as the elbows, oh, that hand fell off there. I want to say we just have single joints. Yeah, we got a single jointed elbow there. And then this one, same thing. It feels like a single jointed elbow here. I don't want to push it too much and snap it, but yeah, looks like we have a nice 90-degree there, which isn't too bad. I think it's a perfect range for what you are looking for with the zombie. And then as far as the stomach and stuff, we have a little bit of movement in here. You can kind of wiggle them up and down, come around downtown, and then fantastic range in the head. I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want with this thing up in here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. I don't know why I just kept saying yes. And before we start to round this out, quickly, I just wanted to throw Leon in the middle of Jackson and Johnson to showcase the might of these zombies and how it can truly elevate your Resident Evil collection. I mean, this is like The Last of Us having Joel and Ellie but no clickers. There are a plethora of 1/6 scale Resident Evil figures out there, and not too many zombies to actually round that collection out. So now on my shelf, when I have Leon next to Jackson and Johnson, and even if I want to throw Ethan Winters in there, yeah, the zombies are a little bit different in that series, but it just elevates my shelf that much more. It actually looks amazing when I have all of them on the shelves. You have the zombies behind Ethan and Leon, kind of like they're lurking in the background, and pair that with the incredible quality that Asmus has put into these two figures. These two are well worth the price tag of around $150. And I cannot wait to see this prisoner zombie that Asmus is working on next. And there we have it. Zombies Jackson and Johnson by Asmus Collectibles. Now this is again from the new Bitten Series by Asmus. My expectations were not only met, they were exceeded. The tailoring, the paint application, the bloody look, all the accessories, rooted hair, and an elevation to my Resident Evil collection has made these guys that much more special. And as they spin in front of us, both Jackson and Johnson, I truly have a hard time finding anything wrong with these figures. I saw a couple posts in the groups complaining about the paint application, but I don't know what the hell they're talking about, because for $150, the accessories they come with, paired with the quality and craftsmanship, I think these are two stellar pieces with little to nothing to complain about. If I were to really hone in and complain about anything, it would be that they are just identical. Maybe there could have been a little bit more variation between the two. However, with that said, the skin color, the shirt, the slight hair difference between the bald Jackson and the Doc Brown look on Johnson differentiates them enough for me, and throw them in my Resident Evil collection. They just look absolutely amazing. And we gotta say again, the articulation is top notch. So with these crazy zombie bend-like poses, the options are truly endless. And the overall scary vibe to these things, I will say that Asmus has nailed it, which is a great segue to lead to a score on these two. And obviously the score is going to be the same for both of them because they are so similar to one another. So as far as a score, I mean, what's coming to mind, and hard to say anything otherwise, is a 9.1 out of 10. And let's get this straight. If you're looking for a zombie, there is no better choice on the market. Unless I'm wrong, there might be some crazy fat zombie version that's coming out, but that's its own entity. We are talking about that classic walker from shows like Walking Dead and those zombies from Resident Evil 1 through 3. These guys are your classic epitome of a zombie and the best of the best. So, with a 9.1 out of 10, $150 price point, and all these fantastic options and quality, if you're a Resident Evil fan, you would be crazy not to pick these two up and pre-order what's coming next. So, with all that said and a 9.1 out of 10, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here today at KC Toys with Jackson, Johnson, the Bitten Series by Asmus. And I'm probably going to have nightmares because I've been staring at these guys for far too long and they are absolutely scary and creepy. Catch you guys next time.